Go ahead and sit comfortably on your mat. Lifting up through the crown of the head, relaxing the shoulders. Close your eyes for these next few minutes. We can bring our hands to our knees, palms up, bringing your thumb and index fingers together, Gyan Mudra. Bring your attention to your breath. Slowing it down, deepening it. Practicing the Ujjayi breath, so as you exhale, you're hearing that sound like a sigh or a whisper. It's the same sort of feeling you get in your throat as if you try to fog up a window or a mirror with your breath. Check in with your body today, acknowledging how strong it is and how much potential it has for even greater strength. Connecting with that strength as we practice today. Feeling that inner strength as well. Using your breath to guide those movements, let's start by just nodding to one side as you exhale. Inhale back to center and exhale, nod toward your other shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, nod the other side, and keep going back and forth just like this. Couple more breaths. Bring that back to center. Let's bring our palms here over our hearts. Again, tuning into that inner and outer strength that we possess. And as we exhale, let's fold our hands together and reach them forward, rounding the back. Then inhale, open the arms wide, bring the heart forward, arch the back slightly. Exhale, round the back, squeeze the belly button in, press that air out as you clasp your hands in front of you. Inhale, again open the chest, reach the arms behind you. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, open the heart, arms back. Exhale, round the back. Clasping your hands together. Inhale, reach the arms up above the head this time. Fingers still laced. And then turn your palms up and just press them up toward the sky, keeping those shoulders low away from your ears and still breathing that steady, strong breath. Turn your palms down again. Reach that right hand to the floor and lift the left one up and over. Inhale, both arms back up, and exhale, down to the left. Left arm comes down, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, bring it back up, center, and exhale the other side. Reach that top arm up and over, and this time hold it right there. You might rest your palm on the ground or maybe your elbow. Just make sure both sit bones are staying connected to your mat. Next inhale, bring it up. And exhale the other way, again holding to this side. Breathing into all that open space there on your right. Inhale, center. And exhale, this time twist. Bringing one hand down behind you, the other across to your knee. Inhale, back up to center. And exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Good. Settle in, holding for a couple of breaths. Not pushing it too far, it's still early, so being really gentle with that twist, but maintaining that position. Inhaling to lengthen up the spine, creating space in the body. On the next in-breath, bring it back to center, and then exhale the other way, and again, hold it here. Inhale, bring it back to center. And exhale the palms over the heart. Take a steady breath here. And then we'll find our way onto our hands and knees. Place your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Use that steady breath. We'll inhale the right arm and the left leg up and bring them up a little bit higher. Then as we exhale, bring that elbow toward the knee, rounding the back. Inhale, arch the back, heart forward, lifting high, and exhale, round the back. Squeeze the belly button up, elbow to knee. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. And this time, hold it, and you might stay right there, or reach back for your foot, and then press that foot against your hand to lift a little higher, to bring a little more arch to your back in the bowed tiger. Heart is forward, breath is still coming nice and easy. Go ahead and release that foot, bringing that knee to the ground, and stretch back to child's pose just for a second here. Bring it back up to all fours, and we'll do the other side. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, round the back, knee to elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. And one more time, inhale, lift, maybe holding it right here, or maybe reaching for your foot, pressing that foot or your ankle into your hand to lift it higher, to press the heart forward. Make sure there's no pain or pinching in your back. Still easy to breathe. And gently let that go. Knees to the floor, let's slide back again to child's pose. And then we'll come forward again and lower down to the elbows. Let's come up to an elbow plank. So we've got that straight line from head to heel. Shoulders are above the elbows. And you might stay here, or as you exhale, tap one foot out to the side. Inhale it back to center. Exhale, tap the other foot out. Inhale it back to center. Keep going, alternating sides. And remember, when you do this, you want the rest of the body to stay as still as possible. Really stabilize, and then that leg just moves to the side and in. It doesn't have to be a big step. Start small, and then work your way to a bigger step. Good. Find your way back to center, and then lift up to that dolphin. You might need to move your feet a little closer to your head on the floor. That's okay. From there, hips are lifted high. Head is between the biceps. Breathing. On the inhale, if you'd like, move to that elbow plank and beyond, and then exhale, stretch it back. Inhale, come to elbow plank, maybe moving your head forward over your hands. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Settle back in the dolphin. And then move back to the elbow plank to press up onto your hands and come back to that first mountain pose. Heart moving toward the knees, sit bones lifting up. Legs working towards straight, but if they need to bend, as it's still early, feel free to let them. On an inhale, let's lift the right leg high behind us, keeping the hips level. Then exhale, step it through between the hands, come all the way up to that reverse warrior. On the exhale, bring it all the way back down, coming back to mountain, using that full out breath. Good, inhale, lift that leg up high. Exhale, step it through, placing it on the floor. Inhale, bring the arms up and reach the left arm up high, reverse warrior or crescent pose. Exhale, bring it down and back to mountain. Good, again, moving with your breath. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step it through. Get your strong foundation first. Don't rush through that. And then inhale, lift. Right arm reaches up. Left hand touches the back leg. Exhale, bring it back down and back to mountain. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it through. Right heel comes to the floor, and we inhale all the way up. Reach, strong lunge there. Good, exhale, hands to the floor, step back to mountain. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step through, left heel to the floor, bring it all the way up, crescent, reverse warrior, strong lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, arms up, left arm reaches high. Exhale, hands to the floor and step back. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step it through, left heel down. Inhale, arms up, reach that right arm, strong lunge here. Hold it for a breath. The left hand resting lightly on that left leg. And then moving to our side angle. So start by bringing the elbow to the right leg, right elbow to right leg. You may reach the right hand for the floor, but remember to bring your hips down low. You can also reach that left arm overhead or keep it straight up. And today, if you'd like to bind or start to bind this pose, we can bring our left hand behind the back. And you might rest it on your low back or reach for your hip, or take your right arm under your right leg and find your fingers. Now when you do this, notice your left shoulder is still high. I'm not leaning forward, right, toward the floor just to achieve the bind. So keep the rib cage opening toward the sky. Keep that left shoulder open. Good, release it slowly. Right hand comes toward the floor again, left hand up. And then exhale, bring that left hand down to the floor. Step back big to mountain pose. Heart toward the knees, warmer now, fingers spread wide. Let's inhale to plank. Pause in your plank. And then bring it back to mountain. On an inhale, left leg reaches up. We'll do the same on the other side. Step it through as you exhale. Then inhale, arms all the way up, reach high. Pause it here, reverse warrior or crescent, reaching that left arm. And then bringing the left elbow to the left leg, right arm reaches high. Stay here, feel free. If it's accessible, maybe lunge deeper to reach that hand toward the floor. Maybe extend that arm overhead so the bicep is by the ear. Or maybe start to bind this, bringing the right hand behind the back, reaching for your hip or your leg, or bringing the other hand under and finding your hands together. Good. Again, that right shoulder stays up. The position of the upper body doesn't really change after we bind it. Good. Release it slowly. And then bring the right hand to the floor. Take that big step back to a mountain. Inhale to plank. Pause. Breathe. And exhale, bring it back. Steady breaths here. Heels lowering, sit bones lifting, making those constant little adjustments. On an inhale, let's lift the right leg high, and this time open it. So the hip is opening, that leg is lifting as high as it can go. And then step it forward wide, outside your right hand. Pause here, letting the hips lower down, feeling that opening through the hips. Hands are on the floor, inside the leg. Then take that right hand, float it up, and reach it forward. So your bicep might be up by your ear or maybe just straight out in front of you. Left hand stays on the floor. Right knee continues to hug in. Bring the right hand back down and then step the left foot up and out wide. So it's outside your left hand. Coming into a low squat here. So your thighs are parallel with the floor. Hands are on the insides of your feet. Let's take the right hand and reach it up high. Still in that squat. The left hand by your left foot. Good. Float the right arm down, long through your spine, and then open up with the left arm up toward the sky. Exhale, float it down. Lift the hips up here and then walk your feet back in so they're side by side, about as wide as your hips, and let yourself fold forward. Relax your head, relax your shoulders. Bend your knees if you need to keep it easy on your low back, on your hamstrings. On an inhale, let's step the left foot back, followed by the right, coming to your plank, pausing. Then lift up to mountain. Inhale, left leg lifts. Open it this time, reaching the leg up as high as you can. Good. Then step it through outside the left hand. Pause in that wide lunge. Left knee on top of the left ankle, hips sinking low to deepen that stretch. Right hand stays on the floor. If you'd like, stretch your left arm overhead. Strong, reaching it forward as that right leg reaches back through the heel. Float the left hand back down. And then take that step forward with the right foot. So both feet are wide here outside your hands. We're sitting low. Bringing the hands again toward the feet. Let's open up with the right arm first, reaching for the sky. Hips stay low, keep that squat, still breathing. Float the right hand down, and then the left arm up. Float the left hand down, bring the hips up, and then walk the feet back together. Folding forward again here. We'll take a few breaths, so relax your head, relax your shoulders. And if your body's feeling warm and you want to start intentionally deepening this, we can start to press our palms down. If your hands don't touch the floor, just make that your intention that they're getting closer. It's okay if they don't touch. It's okay if they never touch, but we can keep moving in that direction. Good. We'll take that big step back again with both feet, pausing in our plank. Strong straight line from head to heel. And this time, let's keep those elbows in. Exhale through a push-up here, tricep push-up like a chaturanga. Inhale back up and then move to mountain. With your exhale, bring your knee forward to your elbow as you come to plank, step back to mountain, and then left knee to left elbow in plank, back to mountain. Good, move to plank with the right knee, right elbow, step it back. Move to plank, left knee, left elbow, step it back. Good, again, right. Nice and slow, moving with your breath, again left. Good, this time, step that right knee forward toward that elbow. Keep it there as you move through a tricep push-up, and then step it back. Same thing on the left, come to plank, left knee on the left elbow, and then lower the chest toward the floor till your elbows are at about 90 degrees. Press it up, and step back. Good. This time, take your wide lunge again. That foot's coming way out. And this time we're going to walk our elbows back. Try to get that leg up over your shoulder, over your tricep. We're going to move to ekapadakoundinyasana. And you can stay here in the lunge or start to shift that foot forward and away, bending the elbows, coming into that arm balance, floating the left leg up off the ground. Pause for a breath or two, step it back. We'll come back to mountain and do the same thing on the other side. Take the big step with the left foot coming to the wide lunge, and then work your elbow back so the leg is coming up over that tricep, over the shoulder if you can. Stay there or start to work that left foot forward and away, floating the right arm up as you bend the elbows. Good. Take a breath and then step it back to mountain. From there, we'll bring the knees to the floor and come to a child's pose, restful here. Maybe resting your head on your hands or taking your arms to your sides, palms up. Steady breathing, using your full breaths. From there, we'll stretch our hands forward again. Come back to this plank. And then lower all the way down to the floor, keeping those elbows right by your side. From here, we'll reach back for our ankles with each hand. Flex those feet, and then press your feet into your hands to lift that up to bow. So your heart is coming forward. Imagine you're holding a pillow between your knees, so those knees are staying closer together. Don't let them come way out to the side. Keep them in line with the hips. And then we'll let that go. Hands back under the shoulders. Squeeze those elbows in. Take a breath. And then press up through a kneeling plank or a full plank. Come back to child's pose and walk your arms to the right. Feeling for that stretch down your left side. Then we'll walk the arms back to the left. And finally back to center. Let's lift up again to mountain. Heart toward the knees, legs straighter now as the body's warmer. Strength through your back, your shoulders. On the inhale, lift the right leg up. This time, let it bend as the hip opens. And we'll slide that knee through between our hands, resting it on the floor for pigeon. Keeping the right foot outside the left hip. So don't let it get all the way tucked up under you there. Drawing the left hip forward, the right hip back. So we're squaring to the front of the mat. And let's stay up here on our fingertips. Lifting the heart forward, lifting the crown of the head up. Drawing the shoulders down and back and feeling all that strength in your back. Still breathing. Then walk your hands forward if you'd like, maybe coming down to your elbows if you'd like. Resting the back, maybe deepening that stretch in the hip. And from there, walk yourself back up, sit tall again here, then curl the left toes under, hands on the floor, fingers wide. Let's pick the right knee up, let it hover under you, and then shift to the inner edge of that left foot. Left arm floats up to a side plank with that right knee tucked up and pointed toward the ceiling. Toward your left and toward the ceiling. Nice and easy, left hand comes down, right knee still hovers before we step back to mountain. Take a pause, take a breath, and then inhale, lift that left leg. Let the knee bend. Let the hip open. Exhale, bring the knee through, place it on the floor with the left foot outside that right hip. Stretch the right leg back, kneecap pointed toward the floor. Right hip forward, left hip back here as we sit up really tall, shoulders down and back, heart forward. From there, if you'd like to lower down to your hands or your elbows, go ahead. Slowly walk your hands back up. Find all that height again, nice and tall. Then curl the right toes under, palms to the floor. Lift the left knee and let it hover under you. Then shift onto your heel, inner edge of the right leg as you bring the right arm up. Keeping that left leg held up under you. With control, bring the right hand back down, hover the left leg, and then step back to mountain. Gently lower the knees to the floor, come back to child's pose. And then roll up your spine here. We'll bring our legs forward, come to sitting. Let's make sure we feel our sit bones on the ground. We'll stretch the right leg out in front of us, tuck that left knee in, and you can hold your hamstrings or hands on the shin to sit up nice and tall, shoulders above your hips here, heart forward. From there, we're just going to lift and lower that right leg. We're going to try to do that without leaning back. So keep sitting tall, tall, tall. Lift and lower. Good, then lift it up and hold it and shift yourself back into a half boat, arms reaching forward. Left foot is still on the floor, and then we can lift that left leg up so the feet are staggered. The left leg a little lower than the right. Good, bring the left foot back down, bring the right arm down and reach your arms up high. You can let that left knee fall open to the side. And then we'll switch sides. So stretch the left leg out, bring the right leg in, again holding the shin or maybe the hamstring, sit up tall and then lift and lower the left leg without leaning back and try to keep that left leg as straight as you can. Good, then lean back here into the half boat, so the right foot's on the floor, left leg is stretched out. If you'd like, stretch the right leg out so it's staggered below the left. Heart still lifting, shoulders back, keep your spine long. Good, then bring the left leg back down. Inhale, reach those arms up high. And exhale. Good, we'll bring the soles of the feet together. Take them away from the body and fold forward between your knees. Letting your elbows come toward your shins or maybe just past your shins toward the floor. Good, release that and let your forearms slide under your ankles here, under your calves. Rest your legs on your forearms and shift your weight back to balance between your tailbone and your sit bones. Shoulders relaxed, again, heart lifted forward. Take your arms in front of you, legs wide in this wide-legged boat. Holding it there, keep lifting the heart. And then bring the legs together, arms by your side. Let's keep those legs up as we lower slowly toward the floor. Good. Then hug the knees in. Give yourself a little rock side to side. If you have a ponytail right in the middle of your head, you can take that out or move it so your head can lie flat. And then lift your legs straight up, moving into shoulder stand by rolling over, keeping your legs very close to your body, and then bringing your hands to your low back and lifting the legs up. Remember, if you have a headache, a backache, neck issues, or a cold, go ahead and keep your hips on the floor and just have your legs up. You could do that against the wall. It's a very restful place to be and a great modified version of a shoulder stand. Otherwise, if we're here all the way up, make sure we keep looking at the ceiling so the nose stays pointing up. Walk those elbows in as close to each other as they can get. Make sure we're breathing. And from there, gently bring your legs back toward the floor behind you into plow, halasana. So your toes will touch the floor, but if they're not touching the floor, don't force them there. They'll go when they're ready. It can be nice to put them on a block if you have one handy. You can also keep your hands on your low back for support if you'd like. Otherwise, the arms are on the floor, palms down. And then slowly roll it down, keeping your legs very close to your body and controlling that movement all the way down until your hips touch. From there, you can keep your legs straight and lower them toward the floor. If that bothers your back, make sure you bend those knees first. Good. From there, we'll sit on our hands to come to Matsyasana or fish pose. Walk those elbows in behind you and then slide back until you can let your head rest down on the floor. Keep lifting the heart up. Keep breathing. If it's comfortable and if you have no back issues, go ahead and bring your legs up off the floor. Slowly lower the feet back down. And then press into your elbows to release your head to the floor. You can take your hands out. And we'll tuck our knees into the chest here again. Give it a little rock. And then lift the chin up to the chest. Lift the shoulders off the ground so you feel your core engaging. We're going to bring the wrists right above the shoulders, the knees above the hips. And then move your right hand away from your right leg. Stretch them both out. Bring them in, and then the left. Bring it in. Check that your hips, or your knees, are stopping right above your hips. So your core stays engaged. Keep lifting those shoulders up, pressing the belly button down, and keep breathing as you go. Hand and foot move away from each other on this first one. And then a little change here. We're going to move the hand and the leg together. So now move the right leg forward and the right arm forward, and then back. Alternating it with the left here. Just back and forth, nice and easy, like there's a string on your wrist and your knee, and they're controlling each other. Belly button still down, shoulders still up. Good. Rest that down. Rock those knees side to side again. Then stretch your arms out to the side, and we'll lower both knees down to the left for that twist. Get yourself situated, and then you might look back at the ceiling or even toward your right hand. Let your eyes close and let your body relax as much as possible. Release any effort that you don't need to be exerting. Slowly bring those knees back to center. We'll do the same thing to the right. Lower them down, let them get situated, then look maybe toward the ceiling or to the left. Eyes closed, steady breath. And bring your knees back to center. You can tuck them in again if you'd like. Rock it one more time. And then stretch your legs out on the floor. We'll take those arms to rest by your side, keeping the palms up and taking up some space on the floor. So let your arms and legs spread out away from the middle of your body. This is our last pose today, and it's an important one. So check through from your toes all the way up to the top of your head and see that you're relaxing as much as possible. Use your breath to help you do that. Allow each exhale to release a little more tension, a little more stress, a little more of anything you don't need. Anything that doesn't serve you, let's exhale it. Let's start to move our fingers and toes again and take some time to roll to the right. Use very little effort to do that and to come back to sitting, finding a comfortable space, maybe straightening your legs if you need to, or kneeling. Relaxing those shoulders down, lifting up again through the crown of your head to find all that length in your spine so it's easier to breathe, so our organs have room to thrive. And so the spine provides the most direct, clear line of communication between the brain and the rest of the body. Know, without a doubt, that you are incredibly strong, both in mind and in body. That you get stronger every single day. Let's bring our palms together. Thank these strong bodies for what they've done, for what they always do. Let's treat them very well. I thank you for being here and practicing with me. Namaste.